Hare Krishna, Nishita, Hare Krishna, Niyati, Hare Krishna, Mataji. Let's continue our Bhagavad Gita journey. We finished 13 chapters. We will be doing the 14th chapter today. We'll start with our prayers. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. Oh, sorry, you generally repeat, right? Let's give that chance again. Ishvara Parama Krishna
ईश्वरा परम कृष्ण
Sachidananda Vigraha
सच्चिदानंद विग्रह
Anadir Adir Govinda
अनादिर् गोविन्दः
Sarvakaranakaranam.
सर्वकारणकारणम्.
You know the meaning by now, and you can memorize this verse also. I think you might have memorized. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. Krishna is the Supreme Controller. Krishna is the embodiment of eternality, knowledge and bliss. Krishna is the most primeval Lord, who is known as Govinda. That means one who takes care of the cows, and one who is the controller of the senses. And Krishna is the cause of all causes. That's the meaning. Meditating on that meaning and trying to understand Bhagavad Gita is very, very useful for us. The potency to understand, the purity to understand comes from faith in Krishna, and this verse emphasizes on Krishna's nature, which will help us understand better way. Okay, let's go to the 14th chapter. We did 13th chapter. 13th chapter was a big chapter. Nature, enjoyer and consciousness. Now we will go to the 14th chapter, which you can relate easily to what is happening, because this 14th chapter glimpse we are understanding in every chapter. Krishna says to Arjuna that you are not the doer, you are not the enjoyer. Who is doing the activity is not you, not the body, not the soul, not the consciousness, but the three modes of material nature, and your inclination towards those three modes of material nature and all those things. Now we will understand what are these three modes of material nature, and now we will understand in detail how Krishna is explaining to Arjuna the clear wisdom of Krishna consciousness. What is the best of the knowledge? What is the knowledge to realization's journey, knowledge to wisdom journey, everything. So it starts with Krishna speaking to Arjuna. Krishna speaking to Arjuna is mostly instructional or question wise. Arjuna's is mostly question wise and Krishna's was instructional wise. Okay, Krishna says, I have declared already, but now again I am declaring to you. Now I shall declare to you the supreme wisdom, the best of the knowledge, knowing which all sages have attained supreme perfection. If you remember in the 14th chapter also, 13th chapter also, when we did, Krishna said, I am going to give you this knowledge which will make all your doubts cleared. So every chapter is emphasizing on this knowledge and wisdom. So we have to be very, very super careful in understanding in relationship of this wisdom from different angles. It is not given for only one kind of people who have one kind of doubts. It is been given from the viewpoint of broadly divided consciousness and broadly divided mentalities to understand this spiritual concept. 7th chapter, and Krishna has mentioned from 7th chapter till the almost end of the 12th chapter, details about the absolute truth, details about the supreme personality, details about the jiva, details about the consciousness, details about the time. And in the 13th chapter it's clearly explained about the developing knowledge, how to develop the knowledge, knower, consciousness. Now in this chapter the supreme personality of the Godhead explains what those modes of nature are and how they act and how they bind and how they give liberation also. Modes of material nature are not meant to only bind us. Modes of material nature also helps us to get liberated also. How you use is important. It's kind of the knowledge of a doctor as the knowledge of a burglar or a thief. Both have the knife in their hands. How they use it is according to what their learnings, what their studies, what their understanding, what their motto, what their intention is. The knowledge explained in this chapter is proclaimed to be the superior knowledge given so far. Every chapter comes like that. The Lord now explains the same knowledge what he has given in the remaining all chapters in a different angle or in a better way, which everybody can relate it to. Oh, why I'm behaving like this? Oh, I know this is wrong, why I am doing this? Why am I getting to incline something which I should not get inclined to? Why am I not getting inclined to something which I have to get inclined to? And this knowledge, Krishna says, by getting fixed in this knowledge, one can attain the transcendental nature like my own. So we are talking about the three modes of material nature, which is closely related to this transcendentality. What does transcendental mean? That one which is above the three modes of material nature. We discussed about this. The 4th chapter whole was speaking about transcendental knowledge. Yes, we had the sandwich philosophy, remember, karma yoga, transcendental knowledge, and karma yoga and Krishna consciousness. In that in between chapter was transcendental knowledge, 4th chapter, and we discussed clearly that that is beyond with all this material academic knowledge, because this is all in the three modes of material nature. This is iha, and what we are trying to learn is para, which is transcendental above the three modes of material nature. So Krishna is saying that understanding this knowledge, you can establish, or one can establish, the lost relationship with Krishna. Krishna tries to explain about again Brahman, in the creation of how Brahman, the total material substance is called Brahman. It is the source of birth, it is the source of impregnation of the jivas, making all this birth of living entities possible. Our desire is the reason to enjoy separately from Krishna, for which this is all been created. Krishna did an amazing job for all of us. Misunderstanding. Krishna has created all these things, so Krishna is also affected by all these things. No, Krishna is not affected by all these things. Krishna is not influenced by all these things. Krishna is not attached to all these things. There is an analogy. You all know scorpions? Yes? No, at least not seen maybe, but scorpions, deadly poisonous creatures, which bites, it hurts a lot. The scorpion lays its eggs in the pile of rice. In India, if you go to a place where the storage houses where the grains are stored, especially the rice husked grains, rice like husked grains like rice, what you see is the scorpions stay around that area or in that area, and they lay the eggs in that area. And it is said that by unintelligent people that scorpions are born from rice. There's this rice being a place for the birth of scorpions. It doesn't mean that rice is giving birth to those scorpions. You are understanding?
Yeah.
Just because Krishna is giving us an environment, a place, an abode for us all to satisfy our desire of living separately from Krishna or enjoying separately from Krishna, he has created something. That doesn't mean that he belongs to that place. That doesn't mean that he is influenced by that place. That doesn't mean that he is attached to that place. The Lord is the cause of all manifestations of living entities in this material world, in this spiritual world, wherever it is. He is the Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the cause of all causes. Krishna says very clearly in this chapter about his being the source of everything again. He has mentioned many times, but now again. All the species of life are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed giving father. Aham bija pradha pita. Verse number 4 in this chapter, 14.4. Sarvayonishu kaunteya murtayah sambhavanti ya tasham brahma mahadyonir aham bija pradapitha. If there is any life in this creation, that for that life I am the seed giving father. There is no other source. There is no other source. Now this material nature consists of three modes. That's our point 5, 14.5. Sattvam rajas tamas iti. Sattvam rajas tama iti. Guna prakriti sambhavah. Nibandhanti mahabaho. Dehe dehinam avyayam. Dehe dehinam avyayam. How a human being or a living entity becomes conditioned by these modes. That is the whole chapter. The material nature consists of three modes of material nature: goodness, passion and ignorance. We are clear with this topic. Yes, Nishita and Niyati, three modes of material nature. When the eternal living entity, what is the eternal living entity? We the soul, not the body. Body is not eternal. Body is called living only because of the presence of the soul, and that soul is eternal. Dehi. Deha means body. Dehi means one which is embodied. When the living entity comes in contact with the material nature, that living entity becomes conditioned by the three modes of material nature. We have different kinds of body in terms of different aspects of nature. They are induced to act according to that nature. This is the cause of various kinds of so-called happiness and distress. There is no other reason. Our inclination towards happiness is getting us happiness. Our inclination towards knowingly or unknowingly towards distress is getting us distress. May it be unknowingly, maybe you are unintelligent, maybe we are all fools to choose that, but that's the only reason. The modes of goodness being purer than others, illuminating, you can note down upon whoever is noting down, because goodness has some feature, passion has some feature, time is divided into three modes of material nature, actions are divided into three modes of material nature, so important. The mode of goodness being the purer than others is illuminating. Yes, it is illuminating, definitely, and it frees one from all sinful actions. Okay, but just getting freed from sinful reactions is enough? Just going on to the runway and sitting in the flight is enough? Should the flight take off or not take off to get to the destination? Just sitting on the runway thinking that, oh, we have got out of our house, we have crossed the New York full traffic, we have come to the airport, we have hectic check-in, load, luggage, people, everything we crossed. Now we are sitting in the flight. We are done. No, we are not done. The flight has to take off. Flight has to take off. Just getting ourselves cleared from the sinful reactions of our activities is not enough. Those who are in this mode of goodness, kids, get conditioned by the sense of false happiness and knowledge. Oh, I am in the mode of goodness, I am doing everything good, I am not doing anything bad, I am happy. That happiness and knowledge, whatever they are getting in the mode of goodness, is incomplete. It cannot be complete unless it is connected to the source of everything. That is Krishna. That is Bhakti. That is our eternal nature. The man in the material mode of goodness is not really affected by any material miseries. He has the sense of advancement in the material knowledge, but that's not enough. What needed is bhakti. This sense of advanced happiness in the conditioned life makes one bound to the material mode of goodness. We get attached to the material mode of goodness. I am working hard, I am earning $1 million a year, and from that $1 million I am using half of my money in serving others, humanitarian work, charitable work, philanthropic work. I'm good. But by doing that, what you are doing, we talked about 3 things, right? Good karma, bad karma, Krishna karma. Good karma is going to bind us, bad karma is going to bind us, Krishna karma is going to liberate us. Good karma is going to bind us and we come back to this material world again to enjoy the results of good karma. Bad karma is going to bind us and we are going to come back to this material world and take the punishments of bad karma. Krishna conscious activity or Krishna karma will take us back to Godhead. That's the liberation. We talked about this. Yes, kids? Yes? So it's very, very important for us to understand that due to illusion of material energy, one thinks that this mode of goodness zone is very, 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 very pleasant. You have seen many people maybe, right? They are not into bhakti, they are not into devotional life. They do not really are into the zone of thinking what is the source of me and how I can relate to that source. They are only into karma, they are only into positive karma, negative karma, they are only into saving themselves from negative karma and engaging themselves in the positive karma, being kind, being good. I'm not saying these are not needed, these are must for Krishna consciousness. Being soft-hearted, being kind, being compassionate, being charitable, everything is nice. But if this everything is not connected to Krishna, that won't be of any use. You have one big zero. Zero is a number, so it has a value. One big zero. What is that zero? She's such a beautiful person. Another big zero. Oh, she's richy rich. Another zero. Oh, she's super intelligent. Another big zero. Oh, she is the CEO of so and so company. Another big zero. How many ever you want, put zeros. Unless you put 1 on the left of that number doesn't have value. In the same way, unless you put the knowledge of Krishna into a living entities, especially human beings' life, these all zeros will be like zeros without a number on the left side. Clear? Clear? So that this mode of goodness should not get us into the illusion that we are good enough. No. And the analogy of flight is very clear to you both, right? Very clear. Let's sit in the flight and just say, oh, I have done so much of effort. I worked whole year to save the money for this ticket flight, this business class seating, nice seat, very nicely, comfortable. Now I can cruise, right? Cruise, similar way, cruises, right? People go on cruise. Oh, I'm happy. I spent like 2 years for this vacation break, and then, okay, you sit in the cruise, and then cruise is not going anywhere. What is the difference between you sitting in the home and the cruise? No difference. In the home also, on your couch, comfortably, you can sit. Nicely watch the movie. If you have a pool, you can jump into the pool in the summer, or if you don't have, you can go to the gym and pool area and whatever it is, beach and everything. You can do that. For that you need not work so much hard, and for that you need not work so human life, if we are not utilizing to understand the path of bhakti, then it is like spending so much of money and going on vacation and being in a place where nothing starts. That's about mode of goodness. Let's go to the little bit of rajo. What is this? Passion. Rajas. Rajo ragatmakam viddhi trishna sangha samudbhavam. How it arises? Tannibhadnanti kaunteya karma sangena dehinam. The mode of passion is born from the unlimited desires and longings. Got it? passion comes from I want this, I want this, I want to enjoy this way, I want to enjoy that way, I want it, I have been looking for my n number of lifetimes. Is sometimes people will say that enni janmala nunchi nen wait chestunnano dini kosamu, for rubbish, for zeros. Like it's like their longing is like, oh, whatever the lifetime they spend, 20 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, somebody at the time of death when they are very, 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 very old, they say that, oh, this is what I was looking for. What you are looking for? The things what you will lose after leaving the body, the things which will not come with you after losing the body. No. The mode of passion is born out of unlimited desires and longings, O son of Kunti, and because of this, the embodied living entity is bound to the material fruitive activity. Karma yoga without Krishna consciousness is the material activity here explained about. Working hard, expecting results, and enjoying them. Desiring for more enjoyment, more working hard, more getting what we need, and more thinking that we are enjoying. Work hard, work hard, work hard. And you love sweets, so you work hard, work hard. I know sweets are not very expensive, but just a comparison. You work hard, work hard, work hard, and get like a house full of sweets. And you have some discomfort and you go to the doctor and the doctor says you have diabetes, you should not even see sweets, forget about touching and eating. Then what is the use of working so much and getting whole house of sweets? No use. So it is like that. The mode of passion is characterized by attraction between the man and woman. Going deeper, we have 4 regulative principles mentioned by our divine grace Srila Prabhupada. What did he say? No meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, no meat eating. For the tongue, don't get the consciousness of that animal into us. We are here to clear our wrong consciousness. We are not here to add more wrong consciousness to it. You are what you eat. I'm not just saying, but many of my students stopped eating non-veg after my classes. Parents were, Mataji, protein, Mataji. They stopped eating non-veg. Mataji, they are saying they don't want to take even the eggs. What's going on? I said, don't worry. I'll give you more proteinaceous food than that. In a less quantity, you can get more proteinaceous food and less karma. Why to take the karma? Rajoguna. And the second, what I was talking about, the 4 regulative principles, one of the most important thing is illicit sex. That's the most enjoying thing considered to be in the material world. You like sweet and you eat sweet, you feel satisfied, right? Wow. And if you are attached to the sex life and if you get that sex life, that attachment is million times more than eating the sweet. Big bondage, rajo, guna, tamas leads to tamas also, passion to, then again to ignorance. I will tell you later another story of Ajamila, or when your mom gets a chance she can tell you the story of Ajamila, the fall down of Ajamila because of his attraction towards opposite sex, and then how he got back, how he got a second chance, and how and so on and so on. So basically here it is talked about the passion is characterized by attraction between man and woman. Woman has attraction for man, man has attraction for woman. This is called the mode of passion. And when the mode of passion is increased, kids, one develops the hankering for the material enjoyment. He wants to enjoy the sense gratification. For sense gratification, a man in mode of passion wants some honor in the society. For to get that honor in the society, nation, he wants to have a happy family with nice children, wife and house. And for them, he will work again. And he will work in such a way to get them happiness and to get himself happiness. Why? What do people do? In general, let's say. Nothing to point out to anyone, me, you, or your parents, or anybody. What do in general people do? Tell me. Morning they get up, brush their teeth, take bath, and do their primary cleansing, whatever it is in their body and everything. They eat some breakfast and they go early in the morning, catch the trains, whoever it is, in whichever they train, bus, car, whatever it is, and then go to the offices, work like dogs and donkeys, like till 6 o'clock, and then catch a train, another one, and then come back home, and then take bath and refresh, and then spend some time with the family, go into the bedroom, have sex, and make him please, make her please. That's it, done. Human life. She won't be happy if you don't get money. If you are not working, she won't have sex life with you. She won't enjoy the sex life with you, or he won't enjoy the sex life with you. Everything rotates on the materialistic desire and how they are enjoying the results of those desires. When a living entity is situated in the mode of passion, his aim would be only sense enjoyment, nothing else. In the mode of goodness also there is a sense enjoyment, but that is not so strong. That is towards the mind. Here it is towards the body. When you are on the runway, yes, if you get a very nice pilot, he can take you to the home back. You are still on the runway in the mode of goodness. Here it is nothing like that. And when the mode of passion is increased, that's it. That's it. I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, and never it is satiated. Lust is never satiated. Pleasing the wife, pleasing the children, pleasing the society, to keep up the prestige, one has to work. Therefore, the whole material world is more or less than mode of passion. Everywhere you see it's of mode of passion. Modern civilization is considered to be advanced in the standard of mode of passion. Formerly, it was considered to be in the mode of goodness. When you go back to old roots, our grandmas and my grandmas and grandmas, they were not into much passion. Okay, 2 kids, 3 kids, 5 kids, whomever they want to get it done, closed, that's it. Closed in the sense they did not have any contraception, or they did not have any birth control pills, or they did not have any surgeries. No, they stopped. That's it, done. That sex life is done. And then family responsibilities, taking care of the kids and all those things. Oh, what is that life without anything for themselves? There comes the point, themselves. Modern society may not see anything wrong in a lady 70 years old is pregnant, or a lady who is still enjoying the sex life at 80 years. They may not have any, but that's an attachment. Rajo guna. There is no liberation in the mode. If there is no liberation for those in the mode of goodness only, what to speak about the people in the mode of passion? Again and again and again and again. Punar charvita charvanam. Chewing the chewed. Okay, I'll come back. How many lifetimes? Then let's go to the ignorance. It's worst. O son of Bharata, Krishna is addressing, know the mode of darkness born out of ignorance is the delusion of all embodied living entities. Whatever we see separately from Krishna is delusion. The mode of ignorance is just the opposite of mode of goodness. In the mode of goodness, by developing the knowledge, one can understand what is what. But in the mode of ignorance, it is completely opposite. They cannot even understand, because they are not interested in collecting the knowledge. Everyone under the spell of mode of ignorance become mad, and madman cannot understand what is what. Instead of making the advancement, one becomes degraded in the mode of ignorance. The definition of the mode of ignorance is stated in the Vedic literature as vastu yathatmanyam janan. There is a beautiful verse, but that's okay, I'll tell you the meaning. Under the spell of ignorance, one cannot understand a thing as it is. Simple. That's why our Bhagavad Gita is called Bhagavad Gita as it is. There is no mental concoctions, or there is no speculations, there is no additions, there is no deletions. It's exactly from the Vedas. That's why it is called as it is. For example, let's say everyone can see that this grandfather has died, that his grandfather has died, and therefore he will also die, right? I mean, grandfather or somebody like my grandfather, both the grandfathers left his body. We are seeing that they are leaving the body. What we should know from this, that we will also leave the body like that, but we don't even think about that. We think that we are immortal. No, we are all mortals. The children that he conceives will also die, so death is for sure. Still people are madly accumulating money and working very hard all day and night, not caring for the eternal spirit. If you know that you are soul, you will work for the soul. If you are still in the misconception of you are a body, you will continuously work for the body. And where does it start? With the knowledge. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Everything comes from the teacher. Everything comes from the mood of learning. Everything comes from the mood of knowing. And then Tadviti Pranipatena Pariprashnena Sevaya Upadeshyanti Te Jnanam Jnaninas Tattvadarshina. Because he is the seer of the truth, he is going to impart the knowledge to you when you do submissive inquiry and seva. Pranipatena, offer obeisances, serve him nicely. Then he is going to give us the knowledge because he has seen the truth. Tattvadarshina. That is for sure. But how to live this life before death is more important. Not like dogs and cats. Dogs and cats also do all these endeavors. May not be there going to corporate office, may not be there well polished dresses, may not be there sitting in the hi-fi commute things and then reaching to their office, and then may not be everybody saluting to the dogs and cats. But what they are doing is the same thing. They are collecting food for their life and their byproducts. I mean, the dogs means puppies and cats means kittens, like that. They are working for them. This is madness. They are very reluctant to make the advancement in spiritual life. Mode of ignorance people. They are lazy. He sleeps more. Generally 6 to 7 hours, more than enough for a body to rejuvenate. No problem. Holiday, weekend, let me sleep 12 hours, 13 hours. It's not needed. It's not good for your body to sleep more than 8 hours. It all goes in the ignorance mode. Oh, Mataji, I'm feeling relaxed by doing that. My body is feeling fresh. That's nonsense. You're getting attracted towards laziness. 8 hours, good enough. 7 hours, good enough for a person. I mean, babies, they need more because there's no other activity for them. Let's go to goodness, kids. Sattvam sukhe sanjayati rajah karmani bharata jnanam avritya tu tamaha pramade sanjayatyuta. What does it say? O son of Bharata, the mode of goodness conditions one to happiness. More details on goodness. We discussed goodness, but more details on one to happiness. Passion conditions one to fruitive activities. This is very important. Note it down, please, whoever is not done. The mode of goodness conditions one to happiness. The mode of passion conditions one to the fruitive actions. And the mode of ignorance, covering one's knowledge, binds them to madness. Goodness, happiness. Passion, fruitive vitality. Ignorance to madness. Covers the knowledge. Mayaya apahrita jnanam. We have the knowledge, but it is covered by illusion. Whatever one does in the mode of goodness is good neither for him nor for anyone. In the rajas mode, sometimes mode of goodness becomes there is a shift always, kids, in our behaviors. What mode we are on in is not fixed unless we are Krishna conscious. In Krishna's consciousness, always our mode is transcendental to mode of goodness, or most of the times it's in mode of goodness. But in the without Krishna in the center, everything is messed up. Sometimes you behave really good, sometimes you really behave bad. Mixed. Sometimes passion overtakes, sometimes ignorance overtakes, sometimes goodness says, you both shut down and then I will take over. How we know that we are in the mode of goodness? The manifestation of mode of goodness can be experienced when the gates of the body are illuminated with the knowledge. Knowledge is the key. When you are ready to hear the spiritual knowledge, when you are inclined to understand of the spiritual knowledge, that means you are in the mode of goodness. You, me, everybody who is into the inquisitiveness of knowing who we are. When there is increase of mode of passion, what happens? The symptoms of, these are the, like, we can see in ourselves. How to check. Ardhamatunda Niyati, how to check in which mode we are in. You are understanding? Symptoms. Suppose you are inclined, not inclined, forced, not forced, but sitting and hearing is also a mode of goodness. You are trying to assimilate the things in your life in such a way that you get closer to your eternal identity. But when there is an increase of mode of passion, sometimes you say that, oh no, today I cannot do my class, I have to do this or that. Sometimes, yeah, okay. That's a great attachment towards the fruitive activity. Intense endeavor towards achieving something. Uncontrollable desires, because of which hankering develops. There is no end to this sense gratification, kids. We always want to remain with our family and their house, and they continue to process the sense gratification. This is a strong attachment. Where am I wrong, Mataji? Living with my family happily is wrong. No, living with your family happily with the knowledge of Krishna is wonderful. Without knowing the source, you will get more and more bounded. That's called ignorance again. Not ignorant, but ignorant of being who you are. When there is really increase of mode of ignorance, kids, darkness, inertia, madness, illusion, everything is manifested. Think about a situation wherein you have a fight in the house. What you are possessed with, mode of passion, and then to ignorance. Things come to a situation wherein you break the things inside the house, or you break the things inside your head. Knowledge is totally absent at that time. One in the mode of ignorance does not work by a regulative principle. He wants to act whimsically for no purpose. Even though he has capacity to work, he makes no endeavors. This is called illusion. It's not that he doesn't have capacity to work, but he does. He has the capacity, but he doesn't endeavor to do anything. Although the consciousness is on in the living entity, the life is inactive in the mode of ignorance. Let's talk about dying. When one dies in the mode of goodness, he attains the higher planetary systems, like of great sages and all. We are all going to die, so nothing to be very. How to live when we understood in three modes of material nature, we have to know that if we die in those natures, where we go also. It's a knowledge. When one dies in the mode of passion, he takes birth among the fruitive activities, entities. When one dies in the mode of ignorance, he takes birth in the animal kingdom. Got it? When one dies in the mode of passion, he takes birth among those who are engaged in the fruitive activities. Another CEO of the company, another billionaire, another millionaire. This is the passionate life. But he is completely engaged. As that billionaire, millionaire, and CEO of the company, can he eat for 20 minutes sitting on his dining table? No way. 5 minutes he will gulp everything and he'll run away from there. Because his priority is not his food or his priority. His priority is his passion of fruitive activity mentality. The result of pious activity is pure and is said to be in the mode of goodness, but actions done in the mode of passion results in misery, and the action performed in the mode of ignorance result in foolishness. Who wants to be miserable and who wants to be fool? I don't want to be. You don't want to be. Then let's all try to focus on goodness, and then Shuddha Sattva, or pure goodness, wherein we transcend these three modes of material nature. There is a beautiful verse what we offer daily to Krishna. There is a prayer. That's a prayer. It's been mentioned. Grossest ignorance also cleared by this prayer. Namo Brahmanya Devyaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagat Dithaya Krishnaya. Jagat Hitaya. Jagat Dithaya, it's been broken as Jagat Hitaya, means one who is the well-wisher. Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. What is it been said? You are the well-wisher of the cows and the brahmanas. You are the well-wisher of the entire human society of the world. For that personality, I am offering my obeisances. Prayer for this protection of the cows and brahmanas. Prayer for the protection of all the living entities. Brahmanas are the symbol of spiritual education, girls. And cows are the symbol of most valuable food. These two living entities, the brahmanas and cows, must be for sure given the protection. And that is neglected. The cow killing is encouraged. That is our current position. The civilization which guides the citizens to become animals in their next life is certainly not a human civilization. Oh, it's okay, you can eat this. That's okay. That's okay. If you don't eat, it won't stop. It will still continue. But still, demand and supply works. Oh, if you are not eating, everybody will not stop eating. But I am stopping eating because I care about myself. Grossly misled. Whole human society is grossly misled by the mode of passion and ignorance. Very dangerous age, this Kali Yuga. And the easiest way to get out of it is becoming Krishna conscious. What does it? Bhagavad Gita has everything. There is nothing which you cannot know from Bhagavad Gita. The real knowledge develops from Bhagavad Gita in the mode of goodness. From the mode of passion, greed develops. From the mode of ignorance, foolishness develops. From the mode of goodness, real knowledge develops. From the mode of passion, greed develops. From the mode of ignorance, foolishness develops. Madness develops. Illusion develops. Because people have no education in actual knowledge. And when they don't have proper education in actual knowledge, let me put it this way, Niyati and Nishita, what you are getting in this, whatever, 3 weeks, 1 month, 1.5 month time, is the most valuable education what you are getting in your life. Not only from the past, including future. Most valuable. Most valuable. When they don't have the actual knowledge, what does the person become? They become irresponsible. No, she is very responsible, Mataji. She takes care of herself, Mataji. What self she is taking care of? The self which she considers herself as a body. That self she is taking care about. How about the self which she is, the soul? She has no idea what it is. How she can be called as responsible or independent. She is bound. She is bound with her passion and ignorance. To stop this irresponsibility, education for developing the mode of goodness of the people in general must be there. And that is possible through Krishna consciousness. That is possible through science of self-realization. They have to be educated. Education means not just going to the schools, colleges, getting degrees, graduation parties, big designations next to the name MA, PhD, MPhil. What will those do when you die? Are they going to come to help you in any way? This is going to help you. The subtle body carries the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge of self, not the knowledge of PhDs and degrees and everything. Is it clear, kids? Yeah, it might look a little bit not practical at this time to follow this, but on a long run this is the reality. You will realize for sure. Krishna won't leave you. If you leave also, Krishna won't leave you. Those who are situated in the mode of goodness gradually go upward to the higher planets. Those in the mode of passion live on this earthly planet forever. We discussed, right? Fruitive mentality people. And those who are in the abominable mode of ignorance, they go down to the hellish planetary systems. We don't want to go to any of these places. We want to go to the topmost Goloka, where there is no Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. There is no tinge of goodness, passion or ignorance, but it's all pure goodness, wherein we can relate to our eternal nature of being servant of Krishna and being very, very dear to Krishna, serving Krishna. When one properly sees that in all activities, whatever they do or perform, these modes of material nature are there. Sometimes we are very soft, sometimes we are very passionate, sometimes we are in wrath. Who we are talking about spiritual knowledge, right? One can transcend all the activities of modes of material nature simply by understanding them properly, by learning from the proper souls. The real spiritual master is Krishna, and he is imparting this spiritual knowledge unto Arjuna. Similarly, it is from those who are fully Krishna conscious or in the path of getting full Krishna consciousness, one has to learn the science of activities in terms of modes of material natures. Otherwise one's life is misdirected. He's helpless because he's getting inclined towards the other modes. He's under the spell of the material modes of nature, so he cannot see his real position. What happens when a embodied living entity, embodied I'm saying means it's the soul I'm talking about, what happens when the embodied living being is able to transcend the three modes of material nature? He can become free from birth, he can become free from death, he can become free from old age, and he can become free from all kinds of distresses, and can enjoy the nectar, not after leaving the body, in this body also. But because what it matters all is consciousness. Your activities need not be left. The consciousness behind those activities have to be dovetailed. So if you are in the mode of Shuddha Sattva, you don't stop taking material educations. You take material educations to survive in this material body. At the same time, you should know what is important and what is priority for your life, spiritual life. అర్థమవుతుందా? నేను అన్ని వదిలేయమని చెప్పట్లేదు, కాలేజీకి వెళ్ళడం మానేయండి, జాబులు చేయడం మానేయండి అని చెప్పట్లేదు. దట్ ఈస్ నీడెడ్ ఫర్ ష్యూర్. Then Arjuna asked a question. By which symptoms is one known to be transcendental of three modes of material nature? What is his behavior? He asked in the past also, right? Sthita prajnasya ka bhasha. He said that how does he sit, how does he stand, how does he walk, what does he talk? One who is fixed in transcendental position. Now also he is asking similar way, similar words, similar lines. By which symptoms one can know that the person has transcended the three modes? What is his behavior and how does he transcend these modes of material nature? So the crux coming in 14.22 to 25. Please read the purports of those verses. Amazing purports written by Srila Prabhupada. 14.22 to 14.25. Shri Bhagavanuvāca prakāṣam ca pravrittim ca mohameva ca pandava nadveshti sampravittam चित्तानि न निवृत्तानि काङ्क्षति उदासीनावदासीनो गुणर्यो न विचाल्यते गुणवर्तन्ति इत्येवं योऽवतिष्ठति नेङ्गते समदुःखसुखस्वस्था समलोष्टास्मकाञ्चना. This is very important. 24th verse. तुल्य प्रिया प्रियो धीरस्तुल्य निन्दात्मसंस्तुति मानापमानयोस्तुल्यस्तुल्यो मित्रा friend, ari enemy. तुल्यो मित्रारि प्रकाशयो पक्षयो सर्वारंभ परित्यागी गुणातीतः स उच्यते. Beautiful verses. Beautiful verses. The Supreme Personality of the Godhead said, O son of Pandu, listen carefully, I am reading directly from the translations of Srila Prabhupada from Bhagavad Gita, these 4 verses, very important translation. O son of Pandu, he who does not hate illumination. Who hates illumination? Nobody hates, right? We all want to get illuminated. We want all get light. We are under the misconception of darkness being our light and we are following that darkness. But real illumination, who will say no? O son of Pandu, means he is addressing Arjuna. He who does not hate illumination, attachment and delusion, when they are present or long far for them, when they disappear. These are the symptoms. Who is unwavering and undisturbed through all the reaction of material qualities. Hearing, who is undisturbed and unwavered by the reaction of the material activities. Remaining neutral, remaining transcendental, knowing that the modes alone are active. One who is situated in self, for whom the happiness and distress are same, for who looks at the lumps of earth and a stone and a piece of a gold with the equal eye. We did do these verses, right? Loshtrashma kanchanaha, one who sees a small rock on the earth and one who sees a diamond on the earth, for him there is no difference for both of them. Both of them are the creation of Krishna. Who is steady, who is situated well, nicely in equally, who is situated nicely and equally in praise and blame. Somebody praises you, somebody says you are amazing, you get elated, and somebody says that what kind of shitty work you did and you get disappointed with it. No, you put your efforts. Who treats alike both friend and enemy, who has renounced all material activities, such a person is said to be in the transcendental modes of material nature. Many things do not affect a devotee who is in Krishna consciousness. He is equally disposed to everything. Social and political affairs doesn't matter to him because he knows the situation of temporary disturbances. This Trump was shot, or somebody was shot, or something happened. Things come and go. Many presidents came, many presidents got shooted, and many things happened. Everything will happen. This flood came, this forest fire came. These many people died. Many things happened. Many things will happen in the future also. They also died, we will also die. It also happened there, it can happen here also. I'm not saying you be just like not careful for your life. Don't be careless for other life. That's what also I'm not saying. What I'm saying is, it is meant to happen, these things. Kali Yuga, Kaler Doshe Nije Rajan. And what does that conclude with? Eko. Only one and one important thing. What is that? Holy name. And that's going to save us. Only one good quality in this Kali Yuga, which is full of disturbances, which is full of fighting, which is full of ignorance, which is full of all kinds of nonsense going on, but still there is one good thing, that is Hare Nama, or the holy name. Very important verse, 26th verse. मां च यो अव्यभिचारेण भक्तियोगेन सेवते सगुणान् समतीतैतान् ब्रह्मभूयाय कल्पते. This is one of the memorization verses. It's that much important it is. One who engages in full devotional service, unfailing in all circumstances, at once transcends the modes of material nature and then comes to the level of Brahman. How one can transcend the modes of material nature is through fully engaging in the devotional service. He should not leave the devotional service at any time. He should not be unfailing in any of the circumstances. Any Krishna conscious activity is called bhakti yoga. One who engages in full devotional service means it's not that you have to chant it's good if you chant whole day, but if you cannot, that's okay, but you have to engage yourself in Krishna conscious activities. The material world is acting under the spell of material consciousness, but when you are Krishna conscious, you have to act on the platform of being Krishna conscious, always acting for Krishna. This includes not only Krishna but his different plenary expansions such as Rama, such as Narayana. He has innumerable expansions. One who is engaged in the service of any form of Krishna or any form of or any of his plenary expansion forms can easily transcend. Easily transcend. 7th chapter also clearly explained about this. One who surrenders unto Krishna at once surpasses the influence of his modes of material nature. Part and parcel of Krishna. We proudly say we are part and parcel of Krishna, and what we are doing here, becoming the part and parcel of the illusory energy of Maya. Krishna concludes saying that I am the basis of impersonal Brahman, which is immortal, imperishable and eternal, and is constitutional position of ultimate happiness. Krishna says that at least realize me and not engage in these three modes of material nature. Realize my presence inside you as Paramatma. It's me, it's my energy within you. Oh Mataji, before knowing Bhagavad Gita, we were well off. After knowing Bhagavad Gita, the real knowledge, we are restricted to many things which we cannot do. That's okay. We have been in that illusion of not knowing Bhagavad Gita. We all have been in that illusion of not knowing Bhagavad Gita since n number of lifetimes. Now we have got this opportunity, so we will utilize nicely. Yesterday we went to I went to one, not yesterday, day before yesterday, Krishna, my feet. On Tuesday, I went to initiation ceremony. There were about 30 devotees getting first initiation, and some devotees getting Brahmanical initiation and all. And then the initiations program went on for 4 hours, giving the name giving and the rules and regulations and everything. Then one of the devotees, who was kind of a serious servant in that particular center of ISKCON, he was saying that many people would say, or all of the people would say, that this is a very important day of your life, but I would say this is the most important day of all your lives, because you are trying to commit to Krishna, the Supreme Personality of the Godhead, who is the eternal source of everything. Initiations means basically commitment towards our spiritual life, the beginning of your spiritual life, where you are committing to be like what is your eternal nature. It's a big commitment, but it's the best commitment. The only way, take the shelter of the holy name, and it will manifest many things in us, so that we can understand the things better, so that we can act on the situations better by following the process given in this Kali Yuga. Every yuga has different dharmas, I explained you, and this yuga, the dharma is chanting of the holy name, Nama Sankirtana. It will reveal everything to us, and Krishna is merciful. He's waiting. Okay. When Niyati is going to call me, when Nishita is going to call me, when Srimati Mataji is going to call me. He's waiting. Mataji, why Krishna is waiting? Krishna is Supreme Personality of the Godhead. He can just barge into our lives. No, he won't do that. Because by doing that, it's not wholehearted surrender of ours, and our existence won't be happy there again. With our free will choice, we have to choose Krishna, say yes to Krishna, then wonders will manifest. And why we are all doing this Bhagavad Gita classes, Bhagavatam classes, this class, that class, knowledge, everything is to get back to our eternal consciousness of being loving to Krishna. We are loving to Krishna. Krishna loves us like that. We also love Krishna, no doubt about it. But there are coverings, like the onion coverings, 1 covering, 2 covering, 3 covering, 4 covering. When it goes up, finally the pod, the one which is in the center, will come. That is our eternal nature. That nature is loving Krishna. Yes, we are all good for today. I know we are not good until we go to Krishna, but yes, for today we are good. We will continue tomorrow, our 15th chapter. That's another beautiful chapter, big chapter, not like 14th chapter. I have to prepare more for that chapter to teach you in the small 1 hour thing. Okay, so we will end here. I'll stop the recording.